Hi everybody, it's time for a story. I hope you're excited. I am. This is from Reddit user Not a Milady. I like your name. This is The Tale of Beachbeard. Oh boy. Hi Moonhorse. Hello. I've been a YouTube listener for a while, but I finally got the chance to make an account and relay a tale of my own. Well, I'm glad that you did. Allow me to set the stage. I was about 17 years old, a college sophomore, small, curly-haired and baby-faced. I was a big nerd, did fencing, and thus, unbeknownst to me at the time, major beard bait. I may tell you tales of the blade-studying beards I encountered, but today is not that day. No, today I introduce you to Beachbeard. Be warned, this is not a particularly funny story and contains themes of harassment and assault. Oh, jeez. I didn't recognize Beachbeard as a neckbeard right away. He did have a thick, wiry neckbeard and was shaped like a beach ball, hence the name. But he had decent hygiene and was very polite and friendly at the start. Well, it's like we always say, it's not the fedora they wear, but the fed-aura they exude. He was in my chemistry class. I met him while waiting for the professor one day. He came up to me and introduced himself. We talked about the class, and he mentioned that he wasn't doing well. I had about 2 hours between chemistry and fencing, so I offered some help with homework. He accepted enthusiastically. During class, he kept passing me notes, which I thought was kind of cringy, but whatever. I hadn't passed actual paper notes in class since elementary school. The notes had some run-of-the-mill get-to-know-you questions like age, siblings, etc. I didn't think much of it, but his note-passing habit was probably one of the reasons he wasn't passing chemistry in the first place. After class, we made our way to the cafeteria to study, and the questioning continued. I answered briefly and tried to steer his attention back to homework. Then he started talking to me about religion. Uh-oh. For some background info, we're both Christian, but very different denominations. He grilled me about my beliefs and then proceeded to lecture me about why his denomination was so much better and that I should just convert. And I just kind of laughed it off dismissively and excused myself to go to my next class. He asked for my number, so I quickly gave it to him because I was late. When I got home, I turned on my phone to see that he had blown it the hell up. The messages started out with, "Hey," and progressed to, "So I guess you don't want to talk to me anymore." I texted him back, apologizing, explaining that I couldn't check my phone during class. He texted me more questions, getting more and more personal each time, like what I was looking for in a man. Oh, that's, Before I finally told him that I needed to sleep so I wouldn't pass out at school the next day, he texted me throughout the entire night with more, "Why would you text back?" and "Did I do something wrong?" Bruh. So why haven't you been texting me back? I'm sorry, I don't have my phone on me all the time, and I had to sleep. Well, learn to text faster. Anyway, you want to come over to my place after class? My parents won't be home. I was, of course, taken back by this. As a reminder, I'm 17, and he's 21 at the time. Oh, yeah, uh-oh. Big no, big no. Why don't we just hang out here? I don't know you well enough to hang out with you alone. It'll be fine, I promise. I won't do anything to you. We can just cuddle and I'll order takeout. At this point I'm getting nervous because it's starting to sound like a different kind of study session than I was expecting. No, really, I don't think my parents would like that. Is it because I'm Mexican? What? No, that has nothing to do with it. Why would you say that? Then why would you have a problem hanging out at my place? Dude, I'm sorry if you're getting the wrong idea, but it sounds like you want a date, not a study session. I only met you yesterday, and I'm underage. You do remember me telling you that, don't you? But I said I won't do anything to you, unless you want to.
FBI should be knocking on his door any minute now.
No, dude, I'm not comfortable with that, and my parents wouldn't be either. These kind of conversations continued for the rest of the semester, with him blowing up my phone every night and hunting me down at school, and me begging him to tone down the sexual questions, especially in public. What the fuck? He would always hint that I was being racist towards him. I'm half German, and he used World War II references against me a lot. What? Never outright accusing me, but suggesting that I was only refusing him because of some sort of internal bias. Let's just ignore the fact that, you know, literally a minor. Okay. He would never make eye contact, but would stare at my breast the entire time he was talking to me. Real fucking classy. He would mention my bouncy German barmaid boobs. I threw up a little in my mouth when I said that. A lot in his text, suggesting that I should serve him beer in a costume. I would tell him to stop and that I didn't like him saying those things, and he would guilt trip me some more. Every time I pulled into the school parking lot or heard my phone buzz, I'd panic a little. His conversations with me became more and more explicit as time went on. One Sunday, I was leaving church when my phone started blowing up. I couldn't look at it and was on the verge of tears. My younger brother asked me what all this buzzing was, and I was crying, and I told him. He insisted I tell my parents, which I had been too scared to do until then because I felt like I brought this on myself. I told my dad everything when we got home and showed him the messages. He looked through my phone, and his face got redder and redder the more he scrolled. A note about my dad: he's a tough old Idaho cowboy who solved his bullying problems with a hard right hook. I'm also the only girl in my family, and my dad has made it very clear that he's not afraid to go to jail protecting my mother and I. He finished reading the messages, took a deep breath, and calmly asked, "What time do you normally have lunch?" Around 12:30, why? "I'm going to join you for lunch tomorrow. Meet me in the parking lot." The next day, I took off to meet my dad after class. I kept my head down as I walked out the doors, praying that I could slip out undetected, when suddenly... Oh wait, m'lady. Oh god, did he actually say m'lady out loud? Oh no. "Aren't you going to have lunch with me today?" "No, I'm taking off early." BB ran after me. I unlocked my car and reached the door handle. BB slammed the door shut and pressed me up against the car. Oh my god. "Dude, let go of me. This is my car. This isn't funny." "No. My dad's coming, BB. You better be gone before he gets here. Then he can meet me and see what a great guy I am." "BB, let go of me." "What will you give me first?"
Kill him.
He's now leaning in, painfully squishing me against the car, reaching for my breasts.
Kill him now.
I saw red, and I think the Idaho cowgirl part of me took over. I threw my stuff down, shoved him as hard as I could, and decked him in the shoulder. I don't know if I hurt him, his fat patted him pretty well, but I definitely surprised him. He whimpered and backed away. "You need to leave me alone, or I'm gonna knock your teeth out." He slunk away without a word. I got in my car, locked all the doors, and called my dad. He pulled up a few minutes later, took me to the school counselor, and reported everything BB had done. I never heard from BB again, so I don't know what happened to him. At least my troubles with him are over. I'm sorry if this was long, and if there's any formatting errors. Thanks for reading, everyone, and thank you, Moonhorse, for all that you do. Well, thank you for sharing this story with all of us. I'm sure it was quite a fucked up ordeal to go through. That is just... I mean, this guy's an asshole. Let's just be completely honest. This is my show, and we calls him like we sees him. That guy's an asshole, and you definitely should not have had to put up with that asshole. The fucking guilt tripping is really the part that set me off on a lot of this. This fucker knows. Like, just, you know he's done this before. Just the way he talks, the way he acts, all of this shit, you know he's done this shit before. This is just calculated manipulation 101. The fact that he kept trying to force you with some sort of, like, race thing, even though it was not a race thing, it's just him being an actual fucking creep. The fact that he knows you're younger, which I'm sure was a thing for him. A lot of really manipulative dudes, especially like this guy, tend to go after younger women, or younger men, depending on, you know, sexuality or whatever, but they tend to go after younger people because they feel like they can be more easily manipulated. Thankfully, he learned the hard way that this was not the case, and it would only been better if he learned an even more harder way, you know, next time hit him in the cheek, you fucking just right in the cheek. Just go for the jaw. Just, anyway, I shouldn't encourage that, but I do. But I shouldn't, but I do. But no, I do feel really bad that you had to go through all that. That's not fucking fair, especially at your age. That's bullshit. And I hope you never have to see this dude again. Odds are, given what happened, given your age, and given the way that you had to defend yourself against this douche nozzle, there's a very good chance that the reason you don't see him around school anymore is because it's probably not in the school anymore. A lot of colleges tend to take that shit pretty seriously, and hopefully yours is one of them. It's one thing if you're just rejecting someone who asked you out. Harassment, on the other hand, whole different story. A lot of schools really don't want people like that on campus. It gives them a bad name, so they tend to dump them pretty quick. Maybe he'll learn that this was a bad idea, or maybe he won't, given his age. One can only wait and see, but hopefully it won't be you who has to report back on this, or anyone else for that matter. Seriously, fuck this guy, he's a douche. So, that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I love you all so very much. Make sure you do the whole like, comment, subscribe thing. It's a YouTube thing, and I'd appreciate it. Also, I have a Ko-Fi and a merch store if you'd like to support this channel so I can keep doing the strange things that I do on a daily basis. This is what I do. I know. It's weird, isn't it? And if you have your own story that you'd like to send me, you can send it to r/Moonhorse Stories. I check it every day, so I'll see it. I love you all so very much, and I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye, everybody.